if you look at Jews and the history of Jewish power, they never compromise unless every option has been exhausted and they're on the ropes. And then that's when they're willing to get on the negotiating table. Now we can compare this to in the Third Reich, right? As soon as the Germans took power, all the Jewish financial institutions in the world had various nations boycott and blockade Jewish products. This was called, Judea declares war on Germany, the
More on
famous
Germany. Yes.
newspaper article. Well, that was having very real effects on the Nazis. In fact, they had to reorient their entire economy, just to show how much power Jews had even back then. They had to reorient their entire economy away from trading with the United States, and they had to open up new trading partners and new routes with South America, Central America, Asia, and they were able to deal with it. But what is most interesting about that scenario is that when that boycott was launched and the German economy was being attacked with the young German regime, Joseph Goebbels and all these other famous German figures developed a counterattack. And what they did was they did the Jewish boycott inside of Germany. Now, they don't teach you in history books that the Jewish boycott in Germany in 1933 was launched specifically as a response to Jews all over the world boycotting Germany. So just like there's a trade war, if you put a tariff on my product, I'll put a tariff on yours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Germans did the same thing with this Jewish boycott. So what happens was that for a long time, the Jewish shop owners and the Jewish businessmen in Germany started to suffer from this boycott, and they were begging the Jews in America, in Britain, all around the world to lift the blockade on Germany because they were suffering. And you know what? That out of that came an agreement with World Jewry where they would start emigrating their Jewish population from Germany. So the Germans essentially, their economy was held hostage by World Jewry. So they said, you know what? Fine, we'll hold the financial power of the Jews in Germany hostage in response. And then the Jews came to the negotiating table. That's the only language they understand. To show them a mirror, you have to deal with them like they deal with us. It's the only thing they understand. They don't understand, reasoning with them or making an agreement or compromise. They think it's all or nothing, okay? Because they believe they have to control everything in society in order to maintain their power. It's very simple. They're a small minority of people. They do things that aren't popular. People don't like the policies they install, and so they need to control everything, or else they lose their power.